Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that all bell notification. In that way you won't miss any time I publish a new video. Also to mention, I started some new YouTube channels, so be sure to check them out in the description below. Alright, so what are we going to be making today? Well, today we'll be making we're going to be making ground beef with black beans. So what I'm going to do is season the ground beef with some green seasoning. Okay, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Now to this, I'm also going to add some seasoning peppers. This is about 5 seasoning peppers that I'm adding here. I do have a little bit of the white from a spring onion, so I'm going to add that as well to it. It's not much. And this is what I'm going to put in the ground beef for now. The other seasonings, I'm not going to add it just yet. So let's just mix this together so we can get all the seasonings to marry. Of course, if you want to use black pepper, you can use black pepper. Actually, you know what I'm also going to add to this? Okay, so I'm also going to be adding some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning blend to this as well. Alright, so let's just mix everything together. We're going to set this aside. Alright, so here I have cut up, here I have some onion, I have 1 onion, I have a hot pepper, which I'm not going to cut, but I'm going to cook, put it in the pot to cook with the ground beef and the beans. I have some spring onions, which I'll put in at the end. I have some garlic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut up some bacon, and I'm going to saute the onions, bacon and the garlic, and then we will add in our ground beef and cook. Then we will add in our beans, and we're going to add in some seasonings and so forth. So let's head over to the stove. Okay guys, so we're going to fry our bacon and onions now. I'm just going to leave this to saute for a while. Okay, so I've been sauteing this for a little while, and now I'm going to add in my ground beef. I'm going to add in the garlic. I'm going to add in this whole hot pepper. Now we're going to just leave this ground beef to cook completely. just thought I would mention that I washed my spoon after using it last, so that I'm not contaminating my cooked beef. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in my black beans to this. The beef should be cooked by now. I'm gonna add in some tomato paste. I would say about 2 tablespoons, 2 heaping tablespoons of tomato paste. If you wanted to add, you know, the canned crushed tomatoes, you can do that. I'm just going to use the tomato paste. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Okay. I'm also going to add some chicken broth, as I don't have any tomato sauce or crushed tomatoes. To provide my liquid, I'm going to use chicken broth. I have to be careful that I don't burst my hot pepper. Alright, so I'm going to probably add a little more chicken broth to this and then cover and allow everything to simmer together. And maybe I will add 1 more tablespoon of the tomato paste. I think I will do that. I'll add another tablespoon of the tomato paste, and let me add a little more chicken broth, and then I'm going to leave everything to simmer for a while. Okay. And I will also add 1 teaspoon of sugar to this, because it is always good to balance off salt with sweet.